Alright, you guys, so excuse this strap, it keeps like showing, but today I'm here for my 13 through 16 week bump date. So there's only one more of these monthly bump dates before I start my every 2 weeks. I plan on doing for 1 through 17, 18, 19, and 20, so up till 20 weeks, and then I'll start doing them every week. Or every other week, I'm sorry, and then as I get closer to probably 32 or 34 weeks is when I'll start doing them every week. So, we're getting there. But just to give you guys a reference, we do know what baby is, but I'm waiting until I could do my gender reveal video, which should be up either tomorrow or Thursday. So be sure to subscribe to my channel to make sure that you don't miss that. We have everything. We're going to go out either tonight or tomorrow morning or Thursday morning and film it, and then I can get everything all edited. I'd like to do it tomorrow and probably upload it Thursday, but just be sure to stay tuned for that for our gender reveal. So week 13 through 16 is this bump date, and I will be 17 weeks as you guys see this. So I always film like my 9 to 12 week bump date. I was 12 weeks 6 days. This time my 13 through 16 week bump date, I'm 16 weeks 6 days. So I hit a new week every Tuesday, and I just like to do it at the on the very last day of that bump date period, just so I don't get a new symptom or something like that would be tied into this bump date. Do you guys know what I mean? So 13 weeks, baby was the size of a peach. Then they upgraded to the size of a nectarine. Then they upgraded again to the size of an apple, and this week they are the size of an avocado. So it says that baby is about 4.57 inches from crown to rump, so that's not including the length of the legs. Weight is about 3.53 ounces and is the size of an avocado. And so around 14 weeks, I think, I had some morning sickness kick in. It was the very beginning. Most doctors consider 14 weeks the second trimester. Some of them consider it 13 weeks. My doctor considers 13 weeks, but at 14 weeks, I have morning sickness for a week and a half. Every morning, I was throwing up. I wasn't able to keep, anything down. It got to the point, it was, all-day sickness, like it was with my last pregnancy. But I got to the point where I wasn't able to keep, water down. I wasn't able to keep, anything down, but I would just, lay there. I did take a pill. I cannot remember for the life of me what it was called. But my doctor prescribed it to me last pregnancy, and I took one pill. It was 2 days after I had hardly anything in my system throughout those 2 days. And I took it, and I was able to keep food down. Mostly water and stuff down, but I was still really, really nauseous. And when that kicked in, so right around 14 weeks, I stopped taking the prenatal pill and started taking the VitaFusion prenatal gummies again. Just you guys here. So I did not want to be taking the pill, because the one day I took it and I got sick and I lost it. I could see the pill there in the toilet. So I switched over to the VitaFusion gummies the next day to avoid that. We had an appointment. It was March 19th, and we did get to hear baby's heartbeat, and I do have it recorded here on my phone. It was around 1:52, 1:54. So we did get to hear it. I recorded it, like I said. We had a talk with the doctor at that appointment about a couple of things. one thing was my sinuses. A lot of you guys say to quit blaming my sinuses on the pregnancy, but there is really like a term for sinuses acting up throughout pregnancy. I do not remember what she called it, but there is an actual thing, and she said that is most likely what I have. So those of you guys that tell me to quit blaming my allergies or whatever, it's not actually my allergies, but there is a reason why my sinuses are acting up. Like, there's a legit reason. So we talked to her about that and things that we could do for it. She said there wasn't really anything besides taking Benadryl, and I don't like to because it makes me tired, and I just don't like to take anything that I don't have to take throughout pregnancy. Another thing is that we talked to her about was my fears. Oh, excuse me. So, my fears. When I went into that appointment, it was getting close. Like, I went in on the 19th, which was a Monday, and then the 23rd was coming up, which was my due date with Austin. And the day after my due date is when I would have been the same amount of time that we actually lost Austin. So Austin's heart stopped at 15 weeks, 4 days. I was 15 weeks, 4 days on the 24th of March, so the day after my due date. So I had a whole flood of different feelings coming. I had the feelings of losing Austin again, that Austin was not coming on that day or any time near that day. I had the feeling, what if this baby doesn't make it? Am I going to have another incident like I did the last time? It was a whole flood of feelings. It was a very emotional week for me. And I was able to talk to Tim. We got through it. And I am feeling better about, everything. So, on the 24th, we actually used the heartbeat Doppler that we have here at home just to give myself that peace of mind to know that baby was still good at that moment. Movements, I haven't felt any movements whatsoever yet. My doctor said that's still completely normal, that it could happen at any time, but most women in their first pregnancy, when they say that, they mean the first pregnancy that you getting all flustered here. Yes, this is technically my second pregnancy, but with my first pregnancy, I never felt movements with Austin at any time. So she said it's perfectly normal for me to be a first time pregnancy and not feel them until 18 to 24 weeks in that area. Friday on the 31st of March, we got to go and see our little baby. We set up a private scan, and it was just like a 2D scan, but she ended up turning on the 3D scan just so that we could see our... So here is our little baby. This is a little profile. We got a lot of profile shots. So I had an ice cream cone before I went because the tech told me when I set up the appointment to drink something cold like juice and something sweet and cold like juice, or to eat something sugary before we went. It gets babies active and moving around. So I did. I had an ice cream cone from McDonald's. No shame. It was $1 and it was delicious. So I just had a little ice cream cone before we went in there, about half an hour before we got there, and baby was just a moving and a grooving. So here is another profile shot. So this one is part of their little foot that you can see up there. Here's a 3D picture. So almost the entire time during the scan, they had one or the other hand up towards their ear. So here's one of the 3D scans. So obviously this is the elbow, the belly area, the face, obviously. Here's another little profile. So after we got the potty shot and everything like that, which was the very first thing that the tech looked for, essentially, baby kind of relaxed and crossed their feet at the ankles. It was just chilling in there. And then they got the hiccups almost towards the end of the scan. So there is another little profile. here is a foot. The tech tried to get a picture of like the bottom of their foot, but baby was not cooperating at that point. So again, here's another little profile, and you can see the little legs crossed at the ankles there. The tech said that baby likes to push their belly out. Throughout the scan, they were doing that. So this one, baby started to look towards us a little bit, so it's not an actual profile, but you can tell that baby is starting to look at us. I keep announcing the gender, so I have to be very careful when editing. Oh my gosh. So here is a little hand. This was up by their head. Here's another 3D shot. You can see a little better. There's baby's hand up by the head. And you can just see the little nose. It's amazing. This one, baby was starting to like rub their eye. And I do believe that we are going to be going back as we get closer to, like she said, the text said that it's best to go between 28 and 32 weeks, no later than 33 weeks, just because baby gets really chubby, and then, like, it's just a really good 3D scan. So, this I actually have framed in our bedroom into a picture frame, obviously. But you can see baby's braid. You can see it's just a really good profile of the baby. And then there's a couple more, but they're pretty much just like the profile shots. But we did get two potty shots, but I cannot show you guys because obviously that would announce the gender, and I am waiting to announce the gender. But so that was 60 weeks 3 days during that scan. We do have our anatomy scan coming up. It is April 16th. We actually have our actual anatomy scan at the doctor's. And then, so that's at like 7:45 or something like that in the morning. And then we go in on like the same day at like 9:15, I think, for our next follow-up appointment. And then, yeah, so I'm getting so excited, just praying still every day that this baby makes it full term and is happy and healthy and everything like that. But I'm going to go so I can get this edited for you guys because I kept screwing up and announcing the gender in a way. But, yeah, so I will see you guys all in my next update. Bye. Alright guys, so this will have to do. I packed my tripod away and I completely forgot that I didn't do the actual, like, bump date. I don't know why. I forgot. So here you guys go. It's the same day. It's just like 20 minutes later after I filmed. So here you go. So this is from one side. Definitely round up top. There's a front. And the other side. And then with just a cami. Gotta kind of like cover myself here. So just the cami. Front. And side. So, that's the bump date. Bye, guys.